So one of the most common comments that I get on this channel and in responses to my emails that I send out is that the Etsy marketplace is too saturated for new sellers to ever have a chance at making substantial amounts of sales. And I get it. When looking at the Etsy search results, it can look really scary, especially for certain types of products. However, today I want to share why a certain type of product can never truly actually be saturated to help you be able to move forward with this common stumbling block and actually start to see sales. If you are new to the channel, I am Bailey, the owner of Bailey Designed Co., a 7-figure digital product Etsy shop, and I now help others on this channel and in my online communities. So first of all, the types of products that I'm going to be talking about today are things like sublimation products. So if you've been on this channel for any length of time, you know that I mainly create tumbler wraps and PNG designs, sometimes clip arts, those types of products on my own personal Etsy shop. These are also products like clip art sets and digital papers, things like junk journal kits and SVG files, as well as a relatively new type product, which is a laser tumbler wrap, which is technically an SVG file as well. So let's get into why these products can never technically be saturated. So number one is that their demand is cyclical in nature. And the cycles of these products are relevant to both like seasonal items and holidays, as well as trends and design styles. So every year we have the same seasons and holidays, so it is a continuous cycle of ever revolving opportunities to create new designs for, say, the upcoming holiday of Halloween. Since these come around every year, we have a new opportunity to make sales because the reality is the designs that sold last year are not going to sell as well as they will if you apply new design styles and trends of this year. So for example, a super popular design style that was heavy on Etsy this year was the coquette theme. And the coquette theme has been applied to every holiday and season imaginable. You saw Halloween coquette styles, Christmas coquette styles, and then it even branched off into evergreen things such as occupations and hobbies and crafts. So it really was applied to both things that were cyclical in nature, like the seasons and holidays, as well as evergreen type products that would be something like a teacher tumbler wrap, for example. Then we have things like evergreen styles. So these are things like minimalist floral designs or a minimalist line art style, and those tend to stay steady year around. So you can always design for something that is new and upcoming, like Halloween, in a minimalist style, but then also take the new design style that is trending for that year. So whether it is coquette or the next big design style, and apply it and then be able to enter the marketplace with a new product, because the reality is there is not going to be as much competition if you are staying ahead of these new design styles. The really popular design aesthetics that pop onto the scene or new subjects to design for often become evergreen keyword ideas, like the example of the Highland cow that I've used before. So a few years ago, the Highland cows got super popular in design and on products, and I thought it was going to be just a trend like it usually is. However, the demand and search for Highland cow type designs and products has now branched off into a year-round thing, so there always is that likelihood of new opportunities just becoming evergreen opportunities because there is such popularity for them. So number two is the reason that crafters, DIYers, and small business owners always need something new. They usually need something new because they are usually either making their craft for a gift for someone, and they don't want to give a craft that is a gift that has an old design aesthetic and that isn't relevant if it's something related to pop culture, and they want to make something that is trendy and new and stylish. The same thing is for the business owner. So the majority of my customers on my Etsy shop and in my online membership for them is the fact that they are business owners. So they are purchasing the designs because they are going to make the products, whether that's a tumbler, a t-shirt, a glass jar, and then sell it to their customers, usually on their own Etsy site or their own Shopify site, or even marketplaces that they have in their towns. So they really do always want the next best thing because they want to be able to sell it or give the best gift, which is why they're constantly looking for new and unique trendy ideas and designs that they can apply to their products. So since there's always a cyclical demand for these types of products and they always want the next newest best thing, how can you stay ahead of it so that you can capitalize on the sales? And the reality here is that you just want to stay ahead of the trends by being the trendsetter. So I know that this is really difficult because a lot of people, including myself, teach to find popular designs on Etsy and then to make them better or make them more unique. But oftentimes on Etsy, when it's already super popular, it is too late unless you are taking that design style and applying it to something that hasn't been touched yet. So for example, you might see coquette teacher themed designs everywhere, but you would need to take that coquette theme and apply it to something that has not already been created 1,000 different times. I'm trying to think of a relevant example just because the coquette theme has been so popular that it's basically touched every type of holiday, season, occupation, hobby, craft, you name it, the coquette theme is everywhere. So what you want to do if the design style has already touched the mainstream market is to get ahead of the next trend. And you'll want to just start creating your designs with the style that you see popping on multiple different places in order to have the best chance of ranking early and organically. So the idea here is to research what is trending before it becomes mainstream. If you do want me to make an entire video dedicated to how I've been able to find trending designs before they hit the Etsy marketplace, then be sure to comment the word trends below, and I will be sure to add that to my list as it's been on my mind to add, and I don't have anything like that on this channel yet. So I think it would be a really good idea to really show you how I dive into different marketplaces and social media platforms to find what is trending first. A lot of times this is the style of prompts that I will put in my design club for my members so that they can hopefully get a head start on something that might be popping off. Some of the common places that I use are places like AliExpress, Shein, Temu, TikTok, and even Amazon and Instagram. In addition to being the trendsetter, you want to be ahead of the game when it comes to seasonal products. So in the design space, we don't list our designs 2 to 3 weeks in advance of a major holiday. We are really listing our designs at least 2 to 3 months in advance, say, of Halloween. This is because crafters are actually purchasing and buying the designs to make for their customers early on so that they can make it to that fair or that marketplace or list to their own site so that their end customer has time to buy the design for, say, Halloween. This also gives you the ability to rank organically earlier by listing that much earlier. That way, when the search really starts to get heavy on Etsy, you have a better chance of showing up because you were there first. Again, the earlier that you upload with a new trending design style, the better chance that you have of getting seen. Since creating digital designs for products like these is purely cyclical, it can never really be truly passive, as you will always be researching for the next upcoming trend and then applying it to the next upcoming holiday or season, or taking the new style and applying it to a new evergreen search, such as, let's say, police officers or teachers. So if you get into the mindset that it is not a passive income stream and that it is more of a constantly evolving marketplace and type of work, then you will set yourself up for success. Again, be sure to comment trends down below if you would like me to make that trends video. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.